This is Aaron Klein with Hope Unlimited. Yesterday, San Diego medical cannabis patients received one of their biggest victories. Headlines across California and the United States ran with the news that Prop 215, California's medical cannabis law, the Compassionate Use Act protecting medical cannabis patients and allowing them to grow and cultivate medical cannabis legally, this law stands strong. This victory for medical cannabis patients in San Diego was made possible due in part to the vote of 3 county board of supervisors on November 1st, 2005. Diane Jacobs, Bill Horn, and Pam Slater-Price voted against issuing medical cannabis cards to legitimate and suffering medical cannabis patients in San Diego as required by State Senate Bill 420. Their vote triggered a lawsuit that challenged the oldest of the 13 state medical marijuana laws. It was the largest challenge this law has ever faced, and it triggered protests both in and outside the county administration building at the time.
Go ahead with this lawsuit. More and more tax dollars get wasted. More and more police crime gets wasted. When the law enforcement has encounters with legitimate medical marijuana users, it ends up being a year hassle. And if this lawsuit goes ahead, we're going to have to pay for a team of lawyers to fight ourselves, and we're going to have to pay for a team of lawyers to defend ourselves.
I'm being named because of your inaction. In August of 1999, Steve McWilliams and I came to this Board of Supervisors, and I believe all of you were sitting here at that same time. We asked for guidelines, we asked for help in getting this thing implemented. 3 weeks after we came, one of the members of Shelter from the Storm, a 36-year-old man from Oakland, died in excruciating pain in the emergency room when his organs disintegrated literally in the emergency room, and he had nothing for pain. He had 3 doctors that said it was the only medicine that was working. He died. Patients continue to die. The deaths of patients and the future deaths of patients are on your hands, and we can change that now. Please stop this action. Please help us give guidelines so that we have regulations. And I want you to understand, it is medicine and it does work.
The state has mandated we use medical marijuana ID cards, but the feds still consider marijuana use illegal. This is a very dangerous contradiction in the law, and I think it should be challenged. I think we ought to oppose this. It's bad law, period. And this is a bad substance. I think we ought to challenge it in court. I look forward to the lawsuit when it happens. And as we just celebrated Rosa Parks for standing up against bad law, I think we ought to stand against it.
San Diego County Board of Supervisors lost this case and every appeal all the way to the Supreme Court. They are now saying they will discuss issuing cards at their June 16th meeting. This was made possible in part by the efforts of local cannabis activist and burn survivor Rudy Reyes. Rudy ran against Supervisor Diane Jacobs at the last election, gathering over 20,000 votes. He has spoken tirelessly for San Diego cannabis patients despite his injuries.
I've run for the seat of county supervisor. I've run for Santee City Council. I've tried to make it a point, since I've had this new life given to me, to make it better for everybody around me. Unfortunately, you guys are stuck in a certain mentality that doesn't allow you guys to look around at other solutions that are existent in our environment. I ask you as a county supervisors to look at this younger generation, because we do hold a lot of the solutions for your problems. I'm here once again to discuss the medical marijuana issue, or the lack of one in San Diego. I ask you guys, set up a group to advise you, a task force to tell you what you guys need to do, as the city did back in, what was it, 03? This is in Diane Jacobs' office. I left it off this morning. Please review it. You guys found about 20 different articles in here, all suggesting you guys do what the state wants you to do. Uphold state law.
Thank you, Rudy. Just for the record, it was a Chief Administrative Officer recommendation to the board to approve the ID cards for medical marijuana, and that the motion to approve the Chief Administrative Officer recommendation failed, and the board's on record. and hopefully the U.S. Supreme Court will hear that case,
If
and
the
this issue
president
will be
says
resolved
there's
once and for all.
I'm here to talk about your continued persecution and discrimination against thousands of people in San Diego in regards to medical marijuana, medical cannabis. I'm here to paraphrase the president now. I had a video I'd like to present in front of county board, but they wouldn't let me, so you have discs in front of you to be able to watch it yourself. The question was posed to the president. Federal law still considers the marijuana a controlled substance and wants to persecute the doctors.
Punish doctors if it's prescribed in a way that is appropriate. That may require some changes in federal law.
Safe to say you wouldn't be.
What I'm not going to be doing is using Justice Department resources to try to circumvent state laws on this issue, simply because I want folks to be investigating violent crimes and potential terrorism. We've got a lot of things for our law enforcement officers to deal
San
with.
Diego County's case on the federal level against medical marijuana should be null. You guys should be hearing very soon from the courts that your case gets dropped.
Yesterday, Rudy's voice was echoed by the United States Supreme Court, and local CBS affiliate led with the story on their evening news.
I've learned to eat it. I've learned to vaporize. I can't smoke that much.
What could be a major breakthrough tonight for medical marijuana users in San Diego County. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. San Diego County may soon be forced to issue medical marijuana ID cards as required by state law.
The county had refused to do so while challenging the validity of California's medical marijuana law. But with the U.S. Supreme Court today refusing to hear the case, it seems to be only a matter of time before the county issues those ID cards.
News8's Doug Holt joins us tonight with reaction. Doug?
Well, Carla Barberly, anyone prescribed medical marijuana would come out of the dispensary with a container like this, on the label in fine print, in compliance with Health and Safety Code 11362-5.
This is my latest graph.
The Cedar Fires didn't just take his house.
I was one of the worst injured.
Rudy Reyes stands here before us with scars covering 70% of his body.
How else do you want me to put it? I'm all scars, right?
Reyes was caught behind the line of fire.
I whipped myself down in the shower and ended up making a run through the fire line to save myself.
6 years later, not a day goes by.
I still deal with issues from those fires.
To help him cope, he turns to marijuana.
As I start to flare up and have a bad moment, I'm able to just medicate, and for about 45 minutes or so, it goes to the back of my mind.
He frequents Hillcrest Compassion Care,
This is our education room.
a medical marijuana dispensary and learning facility. Here, marijuana is distributed in many forms and is strictly given to those with doctor's recommendations.
I've seen 8 patients keep themselves alive. I've seen people who are post-traumatic stress disorders from the war come back and just use this and they don't have dreams. And for them, that's huge.
The state legalized the use of marijuana for medicinal purposes, but living in San Diego County, Reyes has had an uphill battle.
San Diego was not abiding by that law and was refusing to not abide by that law. So someone like me would end up having to go to court.
All that may change after today.
I'm extremely disappointed that
County Supervisor Diane Jacob voicing her displeasure with the Supreme Court's decision this morning to reject the county's appeal of medical marijuana law. There is still a battle ahead, but Reyes knows he's one step closer to winning his fight.
Now, according to law, I have the rights I was originally installed in my
We have a link to our website, which is www.hopeisunlimited, all one word, .blogspot.com, and email hopeisunlimited@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Please send us any questions or responses or ideas you have. Thank you. This has been Aaron Klein with Hope Unlimited. Thanks for watching.